Friday, y'all. Oh dear. I moved stuff around after I set up my camera and then I did not recheck my camera. That's fine. Anyway. Galactic grabbing first today. Hey there, Galactic and Ica and Jay and Kat, of course, who is also streaming right now, so is not actually here. Moth with the massive 46-month resub. That's still tier 3. How's everybody doing? I hope your weeks went well. I'm so glad it's Friday. It took forever to get here, but it's here. Trico is very chatty today. We are working with the table stand today because I figured out a space that kind of works, I think. We're gonna try it. I stitched with it earlier this week for a couple of hours and it wasn't too bad, so we are gonna try it out. At least I was able to get a better camera angle. Mostly. I did manage to finish like 6 squares, I think, this week. So we've only got these 3 from our original top half, and then we're moving down into the bottom half today. So we got that going for us. Yeah, Draco, that's what I'm saying. Weather's messing with you. It's 98 degrees Fahrenheit here. Rough. Bad day yesterday, didn't feel well. Much better today. I'm glad you're feeling better for sure. Not a lot of stitches with this color. The stitch counter is accurate. I put in a strand before stream. I think yesterday it was not accurate. It was that I had stitched like 21 stitches and I hadn't touched it in 2 days. I was like, what are you thinking? Of watching me and Flea. Nice. Yeah, I figured. I've got Cat and Flea lurking now as well. Or I have had them lurking for a while, but the deep lurk. Flea is back. Yeah, Flea came back a couple weeks ago now. It's getting back into the swing of things. Her patterns on her website are all free right now because she decided to quit pattern making and solely focus on stitching. Yeah, if you check out stitcherx.com, you can grab some more free patterns if you like it. And yeah, just working her way back into streaming pretty frequently during the week now. Definitely jump into her Discord if you want to keep track of that. Wasn't happy with the soccer game today. Aw. I'll watch the Eurovision movie again this week because I felt like it. It's had kind of a blah brain week, honestly, so I didn't really feel like doing much of anything. I stitched one day, I think, but not any of the other days. Bye, ding dong. Not really sure what we're moving into down here. I think it's mostly like rocks. Followed her a while ago. I was cleaning old unactive accounts. I didn't know. Gotcha. So silly. Yeah, you. Yeah, you're silly. I'm saying. It's what I'm saying.
I want to poop the snooze, I want it.
Butt boop. One's upside down. I have a smaller thread, please. I've only got 3 stitches that I need to do right here. There's more down below, but I don't know how far away I want to travel right this second. It's kind of warm here today. I think I got up to 87. I didn't really go outside. It's a little bit stuffy inside, but I've kind of adjusted now to my living space being in the 70s. So it doesn't like bother me as much, but it's funny because Kiddo will come down and he keeps his room like a refrigerator, I swear. I'll be like, it's so hot down here. Like, I'm completely comfortable. What's going on here? Like, it's definitely a little stuffy. Like, the humidity is a bit high. And that's the part that bothers me, but the actual, like, temperature isn't too bad in here for me. Not today, anyway. I think it's like 73. Probably a bit warmer in my office. Ugh, my left eyelid has been twitching all week. Driving me bonkers. Yes, Trico. It's you that's on Twitch, not your eye. It's both. I don't know why it's my left eyelid this time. Last time I had twitchy eye for a while, it was my right eye. So I guess my left eye's turn. I'd rather it be neither. It's not my favorite thing. Oh, I did do some stitching on Fellowship background stitches this week, actually. Because Legs was sleeping, my Lowry's in the bedroom, and I didn't feel like going and making a bunch of noise to haul it out here, and so I just grabbed Fellowship, and I managed to finish off the first 60 rows finally of 310 stitches. And I have started converting it to 10 stitch, so now I'm doing it 4 over 110. Just to try to get through it a little bit better. They're tagging me. Yeah, I guess so. Hey there, Crafty. How's it going? There's more of these. The Fellowship one I just referenced is from a different art set, but yes, we do have the other two in this art set going as well for Fellowship and Towers. The Fellowship I was just talking about was the alternative Fellowship movie poster, which we did the color stitches of a couple years ago. This guy and I decided that I wanted to fill in the background with actual 310 instead of just leaving the fabric, because I didn't like the texture difference between the stitched and the not stitched, but now I regret it because I don't know if I'll ever finish. So I've got the first 60 rows. All of the grid still has to be like 310. This was before I started the 310 though. So I've got like the first 60 rows now filled in across. This pattern, like, I don't know, it ended up being a little bit disappointing. I chopped like the bottom 50 rows off it because the text was illegible, but I loved how this pillar came out. It was so good. It was so good. And we also lost like one of the figures into the darkness somewhere on the stairs. Can hardly see him. But no, we do also like the plan originally was to do all three, so this was the reference picture for that one. Obviously we lost a lot of detail. It was I learned a lot with this set. I did rebuy this pattern from another creator with less colors but more detail. Will I ever restitch it? Probably not. But the plan was to do all three of these. I did start this one, but I was unhappy with how the gradient was going in the sky. I think it's probably just a problem with the black Ada that I was working on, honestly. It just was dulling out the blues. But then we ran into a problem with this one because the pattern for it is really terrible, and it got all mushy. Like there was no details in the castle. It was just really bad. At all three, the text I had to like, I was gonna chop them off because the text was just not readable. So having to replace this one led me to our current project. But I had already bought all the floss for this, so I was really irritated a lot. So but that led us to this one, and then of course I then managed to pick up the other two as well. So we started these last April. This one we're like 1.2% of the way in. They don't get any attention, especially Towers, even though I love the center of Towers, and I thought that I'd really like to do these motifs because they feel like late 90s, early 2000s to me, and that really resonated with me. But I hate this corner. This corner is confetti hell, and it It's at like literally like 0.3%, 0.03%, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if I've made it to 2,000 stitches in this project, honestly. It's not my favorite. This one's pretty, and it's our only one with Boromir, of course. But yeah, they don't get any love and attention from me most of the time. Oh, and then of course we've got Ghost Army that I charted with artist permission. That we started in April. April is my month for starts, and then May is my abandoned months. So we got Ghost Army. We started. This one's huge. This one's like 808,000 stitches. Thea's also stitching this, kind of like my test stitcher. And then Rivendell, we started over. The better Rivendell, detail-wise, we started over in April. And then we've got a Moria piece. I don't have a picture for it. I don't ever work on it. Yeah. Those are all the Lord of the Rings whips. Of course, I love to yap about my other projects that I ignore. The Rivendell does actually get some attention. We made it to 1% in Rivendell. We're only at 0.24 for Ghost Army. Oh, Towers is 0.37. Okay, we did make it to almost 2,500 stitches. And Fellowship made it to 1.56%. 10,000. We cleared 10,000. Look at that. Moria, we restarted. Only made it back to 5,000 stitches. One at a time, otherwise framing them all at the same time would be ouchy. Hit to the budget. Right. Hey Sandy, how's it going? So I feel like if I spent time actually on the others, then this one would suffer, and we're on like a pretty good path with this one overall, so I just like to keep steamrolling through this one. Since it's actually like in the realm of maybe probably finishing it at some point. Oh, Sleepy Kitty, she's so chatty today. She just keeps talking. I think she might have actually gone to sleep now, maybe. She's just been like grumbling up there, telling all the stories. Yeah, we're using the new table stand today. Since I figured out a spot for it to sit on my desk where it works for stitching and streaming for now. We're trying it out. The camera angle of my usual stand was really just bothering me so much the last couple weeks. everyone's having a decent day. What y'all up to? Can't believe we're halfway through August already. Like, what is time? Sunday's our third Stitchversary of this project. Hey there, Token. How's it going? Let me see if I can pull it up. Because this one's different than our usual. So I'm using the table clamp stand from Painting Fairy Cross Stitch. Now, oh my god, why is their link so long? Do they have a shareable link? I don't think so. Dang it! Extra streaming day? Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, Painting Fairy Cross Stitch. Here. They're kind of really trendy among the community right now. You can, yeah, that 10% off coupon for new customers is probably going to be your best bet on saving money on them. I was looking at their scroll frames yesterday because I've been eyeballing them. I did not realize that the one that I need, the one that adjusts to 150 centimeters, is $200. It's disgusting. So I don't need that. I don't need it. I don't need it. So they say it's on sale, normally $400. And it's on a flash sale, but I don't want it that badly. They also have floor stand, which is also ridiculously expensive. And they have a lap stand, which is still pretty pricey. But yeah, that's what I'm using right now. I wasn't sure that I would be able, I got the green one. Wasn't sure that I would be able to stream with it. So it took me a bit of finagling. So we're trying it out for the first time on stream today. Normally I'm using a big old floor stand. But I've always been like wanting this kind of style. Desk style. I just haven't gotten one that I thought would work before. Now, it took about, I'm in the US, it took about 2 weeks for it to get to me. I think they shipped it like the day after I ordered it. But their stamped kits are pretty highly recommended as well. So there's that as well if you like stamped kits. Checking this website out. Yeah, if you're on like any of the cross stitch frame groups on Facebook, you can see like every other day somebody's asking about the scrolls or the stand. Like several people have gotten them. Hey there, Thea. How's it going? How was your week? We first heard about fairy cross stitch from Isla, who got some of their stamp kits and highly recommended their stamp kits, and then they kind of blew up from there. Just like they kicked in the marketing full speed. I have a video, a TikTok in my Discord of one of their TikToks with somebody demonstrating their floor stand. It makes me laugh every time because I always just have a guy sitting at a blank canvas with no needle, no thread, just pretending to like stitch. It's ridiculous. Body currently going into crisis mode. Don't know why. Not sugar, not quite anxiety. I don't know what's going on. Yikes. Alrighty. Excuse me. Is it Void in the tree? No, it's Trico. It's so funny this morning. Bear got her butt kicked by both Void and Trico. She was upset about it. She was like making noises that I hadn't heard out of her when she was fighting Void, and I was like, what the heck is that? So she lost to Void first, and then she decided to try to pick on Trico, because Trico usually like folds, but Trico was not having it this morning. Wiglet. Cats don't want me to be able to guess correctly. That doesn't help that the lighting isn't like the best to see. Couldn't tell because of the lighting. Luffy, yeah, it's Trico. Hip just popped. Played a lot of Fields of Mystria again this week. It's gotta be on your end this time, Jay. Pretty stable on my side. Gotcha. How'd the game go? It's going well. I'm like nearing the cap, the content cap, so there's not a whole lot left for me to do right now. And today I started replaying The Quarry for the first time in 3 years. We haven't played it since our first playthrough on stream when it came out 3 years ago. So I've forgotten most of it, you know, at this point. Can't believe it's been 3 years already with this piece. think the only problem with this table stand is that I keep hitting it with my leg and shaking the desk, which is shaking like my microphone and my camera. I mean, not the best viewer experience. Not that I don't slam my other stand into the desk from time to time, but not nearly as often. I think I'll skip over and stitch the Ring 2022 cast, probably. Probably. I don't remember how long it took us to do the first little bit of the corner before I jumped. Might have been 2023. Close enough. How's your stitching venture going, Moth? Dye the new fabric tonight? Ah, gotcha. Nice. Ten stitches in. Nope, I'm going for the ring. No, we did the first like 100 by something. And then jump to the middle. Now, I still can't believe I pulled that jump off. That was ridiculous. Oh. Knows how to count. Do I though? Apparently I used to. I know I counted quite a few times. Even with the grid, it was still scary. A scary jump. Let's take a look down memory lane. Discord loves when I scroll back 3 years. It loves it so much. You do have Marcus help was still massive jump. Fall out of work, head is still spinning, not low sugar, not dehydrated. I know what's going on, but it's not getting better. Uh-oh, yikes. Okay, so there's Frodo. Frodo? Yeah, the ring also, we stitched the ring in like, the ring itself in like a day and a half. It went so fast compared to the first 100 block. It took a little bit longer for the background. Let's see, let's find out. Okay, so we did the first 22,000 stitches. Here, we'll open up memory lane and once again Yeah, we did the first 22,000 stitches, the first 200 by 110 for some reason. Before I was like, I need to go to the ring. And then we did 1,000 stitches on the ring on Saturday. So this was November 12th. So 3 months after we started, and this was the jump. this was the giant jump on our original floor stand when I was stitching upside down on the first part, the first corner. Mostly because I had those side arms way too big. I learned a lesson about that. Had the scroll bars way too far away from each other. But yeah, this jump was a lot. But we did it, and then it took okay, so then the ring was done like a week later. And then it took see all this other progress too. Took another couple weeks to finish the background of it. And then Frodo, like, oh, all of a sudden he was there. I was really hyper focused for a minute on this. It took another couple months though, I think, until we figured out if his hair almost made me rage quit. Till we figured out if I counted right. Hold on. Let me turn this off while I find it, so you're not seeing all this other stuff. So it is nice to revisit other people's projects. There's when Moth started knitting. I guess it was only about a month and a half later, 116, that we discovered that I counted correctly, because I got the rusted tower in, or pillar, or the top part, and then pillar connected here. So, yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Massive jump, but it, it worked. In. My ball is still twitching. We're only an hour into stream. Wow. We were further in, honestly. I love flipping this over. How's it going? How was your week? Or all over the place? Oh no. I'm sorry for the Frodo jump scare if you were lurking while I was flipping through Discord. The cam of yourself upside down looks cool. Hey Jensen, how's it going? You don't get flipped over too often anymore, honestly. It is always silly. Back to hospital with my big bag to stay. They sent me back home. Pay on expenses, right? Didn't have enough dressing material. Kind of was dressed with baby blankets. The ones you lay your baby on when changing diapers for 3 days till the material finally arrived yesterday. Yikes. Improper dressing material messed up 2 pants, my sofa blanket, my bed sheets, all had to go in the washing machine. Not a biggie, but so unnecessary. The most fun, that's for sure. Still can't believe how expensive that taxi ride was for you. Addition, another heat wave here right now. It's 1 a.m. I still have 26 degrees Celsius, just melting away. Blinds already fully shut during the day, and sun strikes is still dark. Yeah, Ika said it was 98. -37 degrees Celsius today during the day where I live. Oof. hopefully you're not having a heat stroke, Aika. I don't remember what the symptoms are of heat stroke. If I poof, it's the weather. Gotcha. Hey, Drifty. Is it stormy? So about 78, 37, 98. I already had 4 small water ices. Good. How long is the heat wave supposed to last this time? Do you know? Not sure if you have these two similar to a slushy, but firm and solid with a fruity or cola flavor. I'm not sure. All ours are like, well, our slushies are more cohesive texture, I guess. And then we've got like shaved ice. Those are more like ices. And then some places sell like lemon ice, which is kind of firm. Similar to shelf ice, but still more solid. You put a slushie in the freezer, wait till it's fully hardened. Gotcha. Oh, I'm so glad it's Friday. So needed the weekend. Week was just kind of meh. Okay, next color. Colors have all sorts of ideas about continuing to go over here when I'm really just wanting to do these three. I just want to get the side done. I know I don't have to go over there, but it's such a waste to end a thread early. Hopefully weekend will be good one for you guys. We'll find out. Cut it. I thought we were back at parking. I had high hopes, but as long as MJ is here, well. I'm about to start heckin' parking. Except I don't want to leave strands down here, because after I finish these 3 columns, I want to go back up to the top and come back down, so meh. Can't win. Just gotta do it. I should think about it. Hey, I was in the middle of saying it anyway. I saw somebody else on TikTok try to explain, like, they seem to stitch similar to, I think, how, is it Gemma stitches that you watch, Isla? How they go about stitching. And they were trying to explain it in a little bit different ways, so it almost kind of clicked with me, but it still doesn't. They're describing it as they stitched all the stitches in the area of, I don't know, whatever, the 1 or 2 columns that they chose that touched another stitch but didn't like leave a gap between or something. I don't know. I am not doing it justice. And then they parked in the next spot over. I kind of get the theory behind it, like not boxing in any squares, like empty squares, so that you don't have to fight with any corners, really. The stitches in. But I have enough trouble pathing, like, normally. I feel like that would make me struggle more with pathing. I thought about stitching the Gemma way when I started Hobbiton, but hell no, too much wasted time. You are kicking butt on Hobbiton though. No need to cry. If you struggle with pathing, it's all fine. We all sometimes do. I'm very emotional about it, okay? I'm just so passionate. Yeah. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Currently only at 63,000. Lost so much stitching time due to hospital and project I finished for my neighbor. Only at 63,000. You didn't even start it that long ago. Hobbiton pattern is from Stitching Masterpieces. Same places. Rivendell. My Rivendell. She sells it as a whole kit or just the pattern. Kit is pretty pricey, but you know, does come with the blends already, like, I don't know, everything just kind of laid out for you, whatever. But this is the pattern itself, and you can take a look around the Etsy if you feel like it. Welcome. Channel, she works on the project herself, shows how she sets up her kits, etc. Yeah. Isla's a huge fan of the custom binder that came with the kit, and it does look very handy, very nice. I do commend her on that, for sure. Honestly, it is a really good, like, business idea, I think, to just sell custom binders like that. I don't know what the actual demand would end up being like in the community, because a lot of people probably would just maybe make their own, but is it JD? I need about 45,000 no, 451,431 gazillion needles to cover everything, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, you'd have needles everywhere. I mean, all contained in their nice little binders, but still everywhere. Two, three, four. One, two, three, four, five. Doing all the potential enabling for token tonight. Sending them to Fairy Cross Stitch, sending them to Etsy. One, two, three, four. Infect me. Oh, and you pulled up the ROTK command, so you probably went to Bonanza as well. 90 colors, 90 needles, some spares just in case. My fairy project with 163 colors. I don't know if my bobbin is still having a 40% off sale, but they've got some cute smaller patterns as well. I know Amela was working on some of the dragon patterns from them. They were super cute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Witchy Stitcher has a new cross-stitch book out full of her patterns. Need to find me a snack, not sure what, but I need one now.
I want to poop the snooze. Stop watching.
Nice. One, two, three, four, five. Any tips for keeping the edges from fraying? Just tape. I have tape on this one because I just wanted to get it started. I've also used like fray check or whatever. I don't really like it very much, but it does seem effective. But my newer fabrics, one I got serged from the company I ordered it from. The other I just sewed a basic like zigzag stitch along the edge of it with my machine. Because I kind of don't love the tape being on the edges for multiple years. I think it's probably going to be fine for this one. It is already losing some of its sticky on the edge for sure, but and I have more than enough on the edges for this for chopping it off if need be. But yeah, I feel safer with it being serged or just sewn. I hate the tape. Yeah. I've used fray check most of the time. I buy from 123 Stitch. They serge all their edges. Yeah. If you can buy small enough or pieces from 123 Stitch, they're fabulous. Absolutely. I know Stitchery Express ignored your request to serge. I don't know why they ignored yours and got mine. This is just weird. Must be just the luck of who pulled it or whatever, if they were paying attention that day. Was it perfect? No, they left a really long tail on the edge of it that I'm kind of scared to cut off because I don't want it to unravel the rest of it, but it'll do. I should make a resources command so that I could just have links to different stitch supply sites. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, that's a pat. Oh, never mind. It wasn't as bad as it looked. Good. Oh, and also, if you like, you know, stats, keeping track of your stats, if you're really getting into getting more patterns, I think you might be stuck in an ad. We'll send it anyway. They also have just a DMC thread tracker as well. They do have one in the cross stitch tracker in general, but they have a separate one that's all thread as well. Keep track of your stash. They've got a ton of neat, like, spreadsheets, but yes, if you start getting into, like, having multiple projects and you want to keep track of where you're at on them, that is the spreadsheet that I'm using. Track mine. I do like it a lot. Yeah, it's a really nice spreadsheet, and it's reusable. You only have to buy it once, so then you can just like refresh it every year. DMC is a brand of embroidery floss. So it is typically what most charts are charted with. But there are a few other brands of floss as well. DMC is usually just the easiest to get your hands on, depending on where you are in the world. Called out, back to body. Hey, Jamie. What you doing? So yeah, like when you buy a pattern, it'll have a little color key to it, and it'll have a number. This is hard to see because it's worn off, but this is 951. That number is just the color of DMZ, if that's what your chart is charted in. One, two, three, one, two, three, one, two. Now, if you order like stamped cross stitch kits, they're probably not going to have like DMC brand with them, but it'll come with a floss, so you don't have to worry about it for the most part. Not a big fan of the stamped ones, but I do own some. Yeah, I'm guessing that the quality varies greatly from brand to brand, but I do think that they're decent for just getting into cross stitching, or you know, if you don't want to be bothered with counting. Prefer to struggle. Valid. I couldn't remember what level of stitching you were at, honestly. Well, if you want to struggle, go with a stitching masterpiece pattern and deal with blends. Blends always slow me down. And some of them I feel like are not worth it, but whatever. Hey there, Lizzie, how's it going? I'm glad it's Friday. How you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Newbie moderate, gotcha. All of us that I know of that are stitching masterpiece patterns are tent stitching them, which just means that we're only doing half of the stitch. Good, just diamond painting, working on cat comforts from Diamond Art Club. Nice. Two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have a couple stamped cross stitches that I like working on mainly at the end of the day, and my brain is just done with counting. Nice. It's a good time for it for sure. One of them I got from Oraloa in Canada. Gotcha. What are you doing, Jadester? Being silly over there. Doing. Pulling my attention away. It's a short strand. Need to pay attention. Love it, Skyisha holding a kitsune mask. Nice. I have some good stuff if you want to check it out sometime. Just Google Oraloa. It's like should pop up. Nice, nice. Hey there, Noah. How's it going? I'm not sure how some places are handling kits to the US right now. It kind of depends on their business level, I think. I know I've seen quite a few smaller shops have stopped sending kits to the US for now. Digital pattern's still a-okay, but anything physical kit-wise is not as okay. I've never done a stamped cross-stitch kit. I didn't even know they existed until a couple years ago. What, there? Yeah. Your turn to tell chat? Yeah. Any problem that started? There, did you just turn the lamp? Using that, you know. Tell her, JD. This area feels so light from what we had been stitching up above it. It's way back in November, December when I was coming from thyroid surgery. Gotcha. Still not done with the square yet tonight. So much confetti and so much trailing down here. Okay, let's see. Same either way. Nothing wise. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, JD girl. Two. Two, three. Two, three, 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. Colors finally done. Alright, able to move into the last stitch in the square finally. Way too many of this color over here, so I need to use a smaller strand, so I'm not tempted to do them all over there right now. So you finish the characters? Not all of them? We are on our third fabric section. So we've completed the top half, basically. Took your sweet time, yeah. We're 2 days away from our 3rd Stitchversary, and we managed to finish at the end of July the 2nd fabric section. So this is the overall complete stitches. At that point, we are now in the left side again below the Orc Commander, working on our 3rd fabric section out of 4. It's so wild looking at this picture. It doesn't even look like a stitch. It just looks like I just screenshotted the reference image or something. But no, these are stitches. That's the front. This is the back. The back is not nearly as messy as I expected it to be. Not that I care about having a clean backside at all, but I don't know. I dig it. You can still tell what's what. It's got a little bit more traveling bits here and there. You can tell where I got fussy with all the 310 in Witch King and started switching directions and how I was stitching just to get through it. You can see traces up at the top at the beginning when I was making myself do square by square and hating my life. So yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the slightly chaoticness of the back. Intriguing to me. So this is the remainder of the fabric that we have to go. All laid out. And then our current section. So we've got another 170 rows out right now, and then the final section will be like 150, I think, something like that. It only took us a year to get through the last 170 rows, so I'm hoping this year will be similar, but this section we absolutely don't have any stitches done, or didn't have any stitches done ahead of time. The last section had a little bit of a bonus because I had done most of the stitches around the ring with our first section, so had a little bit of bonus to it. One, we gotta do them all. It would take me years to finish this. I'm working on Dark Queen of the Seas from Autumn Lane Stitchery. Part 2 of the pattern, which is her body. I think 5 or 6 parts. It was originally released as a stitch along. Nice. Yeah, when I started it, I estimated it would take 7 to 10 years if I was able to, you know, consistently keep working on it. I really didn't have any faith in myself to stick with it, because I don't stick with things, usually. But we're 3 years in. We got a couple more to go ahead of schedule, so that's nice. Haven't released the pattern as a whole yet. Gotcha. Interesting. Well, then you're not too far behind. So yeah, we are into the battle section now. There's not a ton of characters down here. We've got the rest of Faramir's face, we've got Eowyn, and we've got Mary. And then another Sam and Frodo. And then just battle peoples. Okay, next single highlight stitches. I guess this one has a couple others. Two empty stitches here? 273,500. Numbers aren't looking the best today, but we're getting there. About to finish the third square here with the next color. Stitching with this little stand isn't too bad. See how my neck feels about it tomorrow. That's the big test. Let it dry, iron it, rinse it, let it dry again, then finally some stitches. Getting closer. Such a process. Let's take my watch off. Because it keeps hitting the hitting the arm of the stand. I don't want to scratch it. My watch, not the stand. That's better. I hadn't realized I'd been kind of babying my arm to protect my watch. To take yourself to charge it. I had to charge mine this morning. Mine, I only have to charge it like every 2 days, which is fine for now. I was so tempted earlier this week to like just do all these first stitches all the way down. Park all the threads wherever they needed to go. But I refrained. Okay, cool. Can you imagine if I just popped back up and streamed tonight and then just had like a full just like ridiculousness of thread hanging out? You would have been like, this is not the week for this. What are you doing to me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I too would have been like, what did I do to myself? So, you know, there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That curve along the flowery border detail. One, two, three. traveling tonight is wild. A few times I've seen you park, it's been neat and tidy, so not all bad, just not so great looking in general. Yeah, because I've only been parking like 3 to 5 stitches at a time. Really? Oh dear. I'd like to sit cross-legged right now, but I can't. My core is feeling weak right now. There's so much of this color, but it's all like up above. Up in here and over here. All in the passenger thing that Thea told us the word for and I already forgot. Legs, please cooperate. Ow. The word for the passenger thingy on the Olifant. Powder. How the heck did I forget that? Such a fun name for it. Are there stitches here that I did not mark off? 3371. Okay. Stole my joke I was about to type. Ooh, gotta be quicker than that. No, how the heck did I get up here instead? Jadester. 2, 3. Okay. Now I need to mark these 3371 stitches off that I did but did not mark off. So that was silly of me. Do some 300 and then looks like 310 is up. Fresh new border. Hey there, Moon. How's it going? I'm kind of enjoying that there's a 1 pixel border around the edge. I don't know. It just feels kind of nice. Feel like new starts in a way on such a big piece, yeah. Very much so. And it's intimidating every time. I very much have to like focus in on the micro section and try to ignore the rest of this because if I stare at all the blank space too long, I get overwhelmed. When I finish a diagonal, I get that little finish feeling. You gotta take the wins along the way, you know? The mini finishes. I do it with like completing a character or a special like object or whatever. Certain sections. Anywhere where filling it in feels satisfying. Checkpoints. body is so tense in like random places today. I don't know why. I guess it's just I'm not used to this stand. It's not like it's anything complicated. I don't know. I'm just definitely holding my body differently and it's making me hurt. What? What? Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Are we good? Did we pass? We pass? Go. Who should my trick baby? Yeah. What you saying all that about? Hi, Bear. What? What are you complaining about now? The kitty complaint time? Huh? That's a good chunk of the borderline. Liked it. Of course, it continues down along this leaf curve. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Oh, I want my eyelid to stop twitching. 2, 3. Oh my goodness. Just flew up into my hand. Silly bear. Okay, so 310 time, I suppose. Yeah, bear. Same color as you. You match. Same color. You're a little bit more chocolatey. Undertone. What? Jay still here? I heard 310. Ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. A whole bunch of it, like all down this diagonal. Bear. Bear. Silly little bear girls. Not the only one that SpongeBob popped in. And also helps that, you know, her name is Sandy, so the reference is strong. Chat wants to hear your story. What you got to tell them? Hmm? Yeah. Uh-huh. What else? Oh. Okay. More? What's that bear thinking about? Then what happened? Hmm? What happens next? Aw. Some pets? That's what happens? Is that just what you need so much? Because JD's up on the desk and you're afraid to use the step stool to get up there? Brady cat? Yeah. Little scaredy bear? I'm telling you, it's fine. You've done it a couple times. It's fine. Oh. Oh. That's my arm. Yeah, what? So is my arm smacked. Well, you gotta stop when we're running away. We've been over this. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it. Bear, I'm busy. You don't want me to touch you, stop asking for pets. 159 stitches today. Still not done with this 996 section. Dang. Cat's at 1602 today. Well, maybe more. I don't know when she last marked off. She said she was getting close to finishing the 939 on that page. Or area, whatever. I know, 10 stitches, but still. Stitches be stitches. Ow. I keep hitting the leg of the stand with my needle. Pulling too far to the left. Need to just pull down. Yeah, Bear. You're so silly, I know. You just lay down and relax. Let's go, Bear. Enjoy the fan. Seriously? Gotta be kidding me right now. Get back in there. Did I stab through the... Oh, I did. That was my bad. Stabbed through the pin stitch and pulled the pin up with me. Here we go. Thankfully, that rarely happens. You're just not well. I'm sorry, Aiko. I hope you feel better. I was on the wrong spot. Of course I did. How did I get that one in the right spot, but not the other two? Hey, alright, because our next color will fix it. Gosh, there's so much confetti. Oh, what do we got? Good show off. So we got Thea's Shire progress from the other day. Very orange door. Gray frame going on. We've got 12th. That was Tuesday. Okay. We got Aika's stamped kit finished. The 336. Dragons really starting to show up. Got Moth's freshly dyed fabric, very pretty. Blues and greens. Very cloud-esque. Then we got Sandy's progress. 996, it's coming along. All the blues now instead of pinks. You're about halfway through that section at least. Better than earlier. Very nice. Careful, JD. Are you good? What is it? Is there something out there? Spook ya? What is it, JD? Goodness. Okay. You spoil her, JD. That's why she's so needy. Oh, I'm glad Jade bonded with at least one of her kittens. Most of the time, she acts more like she's annoyed with Bear than pleased to have her around, but... they spend an awful lot of time cuddling. The last couple of nights have been driving me nuts at bedtime because I just like fight while laying on my legs. I'm like, no. close to 56%. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 colors left in this square, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 stitches. There are 21 stitches in this square and 12 colors left in it. Yikes. Pull up the reference image again. Had to restart my computer again, so don't have it open. What are we at? We're just in some rocks. Rocks. Maybe, yeah. Rocks. here, and then some ruins here. In Oscalia up here. I don't know what that little broken space is. Oh, good news for Isla. We don't have to look at Frodo's face in the next Frodo section. These renditions are nowhere near accurate. But Frodo's profiled, so no resemblance to Elijah at all. Okay, so this lighter bit is part of a crumbled wall. There's darker rocks, and there's some ruins, and then a leafy border thing. Yeah, Sam's completely different. Oh, this is okay. We don't have to deal with the clubfoot until next section. Thankfully, that foot's horrendous. The clubfoot. Like, I know that they were wearing prosthetic feet. Oh, that's not it. I think we're maybe we will get some of Frodo in there. I thought we were just gonna get Sam this section. I don't know where this curve is ending. Twitch in my eye, spasm under my rib. Can we pull it together, body? My goodness, cat's up to 1,813 stitches. Very nice. I think she is on to the second color now. It looks like she's adding 310 to the 939 mix. Maybe. Not certain. Alright, what did we get to? 373 73 729. Those numbers did not want to translate. Okay, 471. This month so far has been very lackluster in stitch count. We're only at 4,099. Yikes. I blame games. I've been gaming more, but I just haven't wanted to stitch as much either, so. There's that. I've also had a lot of headaches this month. It's been not the best, but I am gonna get out of here for the night. I'll be back tomorrow for more stitching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. As always, I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see y'all next time.